Good day and thank you for joining us on Beetv News Update at 3. I am Lee Britman Johanna. Now the news in details. Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima has formally welcomed Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang into the All Progressive Congress APC in Jos. The event attracted top party leaders and governors from across the country, highlighting its national significance within the ruling party. The development has been described as a major political realignment with far-reaching implications for party politics in Plateau State ahead of the 2027 general elections. The report.
It was a gathering marked by vibrant party colors and a strong political presence at the Polo Field in Jos as Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima led the national leadership of the All Progressive Congress APC to formally receive Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang into the ruling party alongside other political stakeholders. In his remark, the Vice President described the move as a strategic step towards strengthening unity, inclusion and development in Plateau State and the wider North Central region. He emphasized the importance of Plateau State to the APC's national agenda and assured continued federal government support. Also speaking, APC National Chairman Netwe Goshen Yewanda assured party members of inclusiveness and unity, describing the governor's entry as a boost to the party's strength and structure in the state. Governor Mutfwang said his decision to join the APC was guided by the need to deepen collaboration with the federal government and accelerate development in Plateau State.
For Plateau State, come 2027, the president will win Plateau State and win overwhelmingly. He will win overwhelmingly. Come 2027, Governor Caleb Mutfwang, I can give you the assurance that will return you back to government house and you are going to win as the governor of Plateau State and you will win overwhelmingly.
We must stick with the president, and I want to trust God that our movement to APC today signifies that the president can rely on the North Central for votes in 2027.
Your Excellency, we have indeed seen the transformation Plateau has undergone under your leadership, and we are proud to have you on board the APC train. We welcome you with open arms. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has assured you that your place in this party is second to none. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, lastly, I want to remind the people of Plateau that what binds us together supersedes whatever that divides us.
Analysts say the move strengthens the APC's position in Plateau State ahead of the 2027 general elections, positioning the party for greater influence in the region. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for Beetv News.
Justice Emmanuel Sibilin of the National Industrial Court has ordered workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration to suspend their ongoing industrial action pending the hearing and determination of the originating summons. The order was made while ruling on an application filed by the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, seeking a court directive compelling striking FCT members to return to work. The report.
The National Industrial Court has ordered the suspension of the ongoing strike by workers in the Federal Capital Territory FCT following a suit filed by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. In its ruling, the court emphasized that any industrial action, including strikes, must be suspended once a dispute has been formally referred to the court for determination. The decision is based on Section 18(1) of the Trade Dispute Act, which mandates that ongoing strikes be halted to allow for the resolution of disputes. The court noted that the filing of the suit by originating summons by the FCT Minister constitutes a formal referral of the matter to the National Industrial Court. It further warned that failure to comply with Section 18 of the Trade Dispute Act could attract sanctions. The court highlighted that public interest and the need to maintain industrial peace outweigh any inconvenience that may arise from suspending the strike. Countering the FCT Minister James Onoja, another senior advocate of Nigeria, welcomed the ruling, describing it as a necessary step towards resolving the dispute.
The union is that they should allow industrial harmony, they should go back to work and give opportunity for mediation, because to me it's like a family matter And this is an opportunity that the union should take this opportunity for settlement so that there will be industrial harmony.
However, counsel to the respondent, Maxwell Okpara, stated that the grievances raised by the workers must be addressed appropriately.
They're trying to reach out to the minister, but the minister refused to see them. And they went on strike, which is the only instrument a worker, an employee can use to express his grievances. And my lord said, since the matter is in court, matter cannot be in court, and you continue with the strike. Call off your strike, go back to work while we adjudicate on it.
The workers had embarked on industrial action over unresolved welfare issues, including 5 months of unpaid salaries, long-standing promotion arrears, and what they described as poor working conditions. The court has adjourned the matter until March 25th for further hearing. Tebitokwe Oluwafemi reporting for BTV News.
In Rivers State, the All Progressive Congress, APC, has elected its candidates for the upcoming by-elections to fill 2 vacant seats in the Rivers State House of Assembly. The candidates emerged from party primaries held in Ahoda East and Gokana local government areas. The report.
This was the valedictory sitting held in December 2023 in honor of Dean Barilo, a state lawmaker who died in September that year. His seat and that of Edison, who resigned in October 2024, have been vacant for more than a year. With a date announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission for elections to fill the vacancy, the APC is set to participate. Against the backdrop of evolving political alliance, the party's delegates converged on Government Technical College to affirm the sole candidate for Awada East constituency, Napoleon.
Engineer Omar Shehu Denge hereby certify that Okalip Napoleon M, having scored the highest number of votes cast, is hereby declared winner.
My people knows whom Okalip Napoleon is. Okalip Napoleon is a man to the grassroots. It's a man to all minds in my constituency. Both the learned and none. They will enjoy.
For Kana constituency 2, delegates elected Olabari Lolo at the party's primary held at the community primary school in town.
To say a very big thank you to the electorate, to the leadership of the party, to everyone who put their confidence in me. And I want to say that I am very happy, and I promise not to let you down.
We don't have other parties here. What we have here is a rainbow coalition, and by the special grace of God, she will come out victorious on the 21st. It's a matter of days from now.
You know that women constitute a majority of the voting population of every area, you know, so we expect that they will come out in their numbers on the 21st and come to, you know, vote for us so she will win, vote for the party.
With the window for congresses and primaries now closed, attention shifts to the campaigns, which INEC says will run from February 8th to 19th, 2026. Favor Kolawole reporting for BTV News.
The federal government has announced plans to deploy military veterans to help secure Nigerian self-governed spaces and boost economic activities in conflict-affected areas. This follows the inauguration of an 18-member committee by the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, tasked with reclaiming these spaces and repositioning the Nigerian Legion Corps of Commissionaries and Veterans. The committee was inaugurated at the Ministry of Defense headquarters in Abuja, with the minister represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Richard Filangwa. General Musa said the initiative will complement ongoing military operations by bringing experienced veterans to local security and development efforts, especially in areas with limited state presence. The move represents a strategic shift towards a more inclusive and sustainable approach to national security, focusing on addressing the socio-economic drivers of insecurity rather than relying solely on military offensives. Traders in Onitsha main market in Anambra State have rejected the lockdown imposed by Governor Chukwuma Soludo, defying the directives to end the Monday's sit-at-home orders. Hundreds of traders took to the street in protest against the governor's decision to shut down the markets for 1 week. Governor Soludo had criticized the continued adherence to the sit-at-home order, questioning why shops remain closed despite the relative peace and calm in Anambra. He subsequently ordered the closure of Onitsha main market until next Monday, warning the repeated violations could attract severe sanctions.
People that are paying you tax, paying shop rent, they prefer to open on Monday, they don't want to open on Monday because of insecurity. They decided to lock down their shops. It's abuse of power, totally. It's an abuse of power, and it's very bad. As you can see, all the traders, some are staging protests, which is very cool, peaceful protests. So we just hope that they do something about it because it's very bad.
That's what I can say about that opening on Monday, because I can't be the first to come. Because automatically if I come, anything can happen. I may lose my life. So since others are not coming, there's nothing I can do about it. Because there's no security. You can't just tell us to open on Monday and no security. Anything can happen. I believe that some have lost their life because of this. There's no way of coming here on Monday. There's no security. Then today, being Tuesday, they just use the security to around this area, say that we
President Bola Tinubu has asked the Senate to approve a bill seeking to amend the Court of Appeal Act, proposing to increase the number of justices from 70 to 110. The move is part of reforms aimed at strengthening Nigeria's appellate justice system. The request was conveyed in a letter addressed to Senate President Godswill Akpabio and read at yesterday's plenary. According to President Bola Tinubu, the proposed amendments are designed to enhance the institutional capacity, efficiency, and effectiveness of the Court of Appeal. He explained that the reforms align with constitutional provisions and reflect emerging realities within Nigeria's justice sector. The federal government has warned that employers who violate occupational safety laws will be sanctioned. Where negligence leads to loss of life, offenders will be prosecuted in accordance with the law, including charges of manslaughter where applicable. The 2025 NSITF NECA Safe Workplace Intervention Project Awards, the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Nkiruka Onyejocha, emphasized that the government will not play politics with the life of Nigerian workers. The report.
The Site Safe Workplace Intervention Project brings together employers, regulators, and workers to identify risk, build capacity, and promote safer system of work. The government reiterated that it will not play politics with the lives of Nigerian workers, charging the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association NECA to play a premium on human lives.
Compensation alone is not enough. Our priority as a government is prevention. Workers should not have to be injured or die before we act.
NECA and organized labor emphasized that workplace safety is no longer just a regulatory obligation, but also a strategic business imperative. For the NSITF, safe workplace enhance productivity, reduce compensation exposure, and ultimately support business sustainability and national economic growth.
System that is devoid of feedback, that system will crash to a point. But this SWIP creates an opportunity for us to engage, to share perspective from workers, perspective from employers, so that the system can continuously evolve and build itself. Also to demonstrate the fact that PPP works.
Safety is the habit you form from when no one is watching. It is the discipline of the helmet, the ritual of the harness, and the sanctity of the safety drill.
Quite oftentimes we talk about the safety of the worker, but we also have issues pertaining to the safety of investment. Some of the issues, some of the consequences of lack of safety at workplace can directly affect the investment of the employer.
Though SWIP, the government, NSITF, NECA, and the Nigerian Labour Congress promised to continue reinforcing the message that prevention is better than compensation and that safety must be embedded in organizational culture. Two organizations in the oil and gas sector were honored for exemplary workplace safety, serving as a wake-up call to other companies to safeguard the lives of their workforce. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has received the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Shehu Usman Osidi, in Abuja. The meeting focused on expanding access to affordable housing for police personnel nationwide. The visit is part of efforts to strengthen collaboration between the Nigerian Police Force and the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in addressing housing challenges faced by officers and men of the force. During the meeting, the Inspector General emphasized that decent accommodation remains critical to the welfare, morale, and operational effectiveness of the police personnel.
Records ensure that your officers and men can seamlessly access their housing benefits without delays or disputes. So also, they are going to also be able to access the refund of their contributions upon retirement.
The Nigerian Police Force recognizes the critical role being played by the Federal Mortgage Bank, especially in the area of promoting affordable housing, financial inclusion, and social stability for Nigerians, including public servants. And we in Nigerian Police, we believe that institutional partnership like the one the Nigerian Police is having with the Federal Mortgage Bank is very crucial, and it contributes significantly to
And now to business news. The Central Bank of Nigeria has approved a temporary measure allowing importers to use National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) licenses that expires on December 31st, 2025 for import documentation. This decision is intended to provide short-term relief to businesses affected by recent changes in Nigeria's trade processing framework. The report.
The approval was communicated in a circular issued on January 26, 2026 by the CBN Trade and Exchange Department and published on the bank's website. Under the directive, authorized dealer banks are permitted to continue processing Form M application using the expired NAFDAC licenses. The temporary dispensation takes immediate effect and will last for 2 months, ending on February 28, 2026. The circular was signed by Aliyu M. Ashiro on behalf of the Director of the Trade and Exchange Department. The federal government has begun addressing Nigeria's estimated 4 trillion naira power sector debt as 5 power generation companies signed a settlement agreement under the Presidential Power Sector Debt Reduction Program. This followed the issuance of 501 billion naira bond aimed at clearing long-standing payment arrears in the electricity sector. The bond issued in Lagos reportedly achieved 100% subscription, attracting strong interest from pension funds, banks, asset managers, and other institutional sectors. This response signaled renewed investor confidence in the government's electricity market reforms and its strategy for resolving legacy challenges in the power sector. The program, championed by President Bola Tinubu, seeks to settle debt owed to power generation companies for electricity supplied over the past decade, debts that had strained liquidity, weakened company balance sheets, and discouraged investment. At the signing ceremony, the managing director of Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC, John C. Akinawo, described the initiative as a historic and defining moment for Nigeria's power sector. The International Air Transport Association has warned that international airlines are under increasing financial strain as billions of dollars in ticket revenues remain trapped in several countries due to foreign exchange restriction. According to IATA, these blocked funds prevent airlines from accessing money and from ticket sales, posing a growing challenge to their operation. In an article by IATA's Senior Vice President for External Affairs, Thomas Reinert, he said the situation threatens global air connectivity and economic growth. He explained that blocked funds are revenues and in local currency that airlines cannot convert to US dollars because of government control or foreign exchange shortages, despite having already provided services. Reinert noted that while airlines generate revenue worldwide, most of their major expenses, such as aircraft purchases, maintenance, and staff costs, are paid in US dollars at their home bases. He stressed that international air service agreements are meant to guarantee airlines the right to repatriate their earnings, enabling them to meet financial obligations and maintain safe and reliable operations. Favor Kolawole reporting for
And on the global scene, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) personnel has set to support security operations for the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina. Italy, a U.S. embassy source confirmed on Tuesday, triggering significant political controversy in the host nation. The report.
According to the source, agents from ICE Homeland Security Investigation Division will assist the U.S. State Diplomatic Security Service in vetting and mitigating risks posed by transitional criminal organizations during the game, which is scheduled from February 6 to February 22. Officials emphasize that the ICE personnel will not conduct immigration enforcement or exercise operational authority in Italy. Italian government bodies will retain full control over public safety and security. HRS involvement, the embassy said, is limited to supporting diplomatic security and assessing threats behind the scene. Despite this assurance, the announcement has sparked a public and political backlash across Italy. Critics point to ICE's controversial record in the United States, particularly recent enforcement actions that have drawn widespread criticism, and argue that its presence at an international event undermines Italian values and sovereignty. Malian's mayor Giuseppe Sala was among the most vocal opponents, describing ICE as a militant that kills and stating he does not want the agency's agents to enter Italian territory during the Olympics. Other political figures and parties have called for ICE to be banned from participating or questioning the judgment of allowing its involvement. The Italian Interior Minister has sought to calm tensions, reaffirmed that all security operations will remain under Italian authorities and that the ICE role is limited to U.S. diplomatic support. A parliamentary briefing on the issue is expected ahead of the game. The controversy highlights broad tensions in U.S.-Italian relationship and domestic Italian politics at the moment, where the country is preparing to host one of the world's largest international sports events. Precious Agbalaho reporting for Beetv News.
And on entertainment news, Afrobeat star Davido Adeleke has stirred reactions online after sharing a controversial request to his wife, inspired by a viral video of American streamer Ashes Spade enjoying a special pampering section in Ghana. The report.
The singer posted a video on his Instagram story showing Aisha Speed being pampered by multiple women while in Ghana. In the clip, the streamer is seen receiving massages as the women smile and interact with him, prompting reactions from viewers online. Reacting to the video, Davido jokingly asked his wife for permission to be treated in the same manner, hinting that he wanted to experience a similar pampering session. While some fans took the post lightly, others criticized the singer, referencing past controversies surrounding his alleged baby mama, Anu Adeleke, the media attention it generated. In another development, streamer Kolu denies knowing the woman who alleged to be his mother as he opened up more about his family. Earlier, a video had made the round after a lady claimed that she is the mother of Kolu. She had lamented over neglect, claiming that he had left her in a village and not receiving any support from him. He noted that his mother had passed away, although his father is still alive and he has some brothers, but he isn't related nor thus he know who the woman is. Kolu expressed his anger over the claim, warning that he would arrest the woman and the man in the video over the allegation they were running around with. Award-winning actor and DJ Sir Idris Elba has been fined after he was caught breaking a 20 mph 32-kilometer speed limit while riding his scooter along Chelsea Embankment in London. Sir Idris, known for starring in Luther and The Wire, was recorded traveling at 28 mph late June. He was given a €147 fine at Westminster Magistrate Court, as well as 3 penalty points on his license, in order to pay €110 in cost and a €59 victim surcharge. The Metropolitan Police presented 3 images to the court showing Sir Idris 53 after his mopping triggered a speed camera on the morning of 21st June. The incident came a day after it was announced that the actor was collaborating with the King on the Netflix film marking 50 years of Charles' charity, the King's Trust, formerly the Prince Trust. The actor was knighted for his own charity work in the New Year honors. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
And lastly, on sports news, with only months to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which Mexico will co-host with the United States and Canada, a deadly attack at the community football game has renewed concerns about security in one of the host nations. The incident occurred in the central Mexico town of Lomas de Flores, where football is promoted as a way to steer young people away from drug cartel violence. Armed men stormed the local football ground near Salamanca in Guanajuato State on Sunday as families were gathered, killing 11 people in what authorities believed was a score-settling attack between rival criminal gangs. Local and federal officials confirmed the death toll, while 10 others were injured by gunfire, including a woman and a minor. Witnesses said the shooting lasted between 15 and 20 minutes, leaving the community in shock and anger. The massacre has sent fresh shockwaves through violence hit Mexico and raised questions about safety as the country prepares to host matches during the global football tournament. And that's it in our news update. Thank you for joining us. To stay tuned with also more updates in our major news at 6. I am Beetv Joanna. Bye for now.